Hey, Elisa, are you there? I really need to talk to you. It's super urgent. Do you have a minute? Just a short one. I'm in a bit of a mess here. It's about my dad. He just collapsed on the floor.
Wait, just calm down for a second, Hunter. What happened? What are you trying to tell me? Your dad collapsed? If it's an emergency, why are you wondering if it's okay to talk to me? But I guess that's not the most important thing right now. You said your dad fell down? Can you explain what happened? Is he awake and alert?
As far as I can tell, he seems to be stable. Yes, he's definitely breathing, and there's no blood or any obvious signs of injury, which is good. But here's the thing. We were having a conversation just before this happened, but as he was walking around the room, his words started to stutter, and it looked like he was losing his mind. But it was worse than that. He seemed totally confused. And that's exactly when he lost his balance and fell to the floor.
I see. But did he show any signs of something wrong before he fell? How is he doing now? How is he feeling?
Don't worry. My dad is doing fine. I managed to wake him up and did a quick check to make sure he was okay. He hasn't said anything about pain, so I helped him to his bed. He's sleeping there now. That's why I didn't think it was a serious emergency at first. I made sure to check his condition first, but it's still something that needs attention. But I'm busy staying by my dad's side. So would it be too much to ask you to go and check on my mom? I can't leave my dad right now.
Hunter, I'm sorry, but I'm buried in work right now. I have a lot of things to do. I'm not sure I can do what you're asking me right now.
Oh, Eliza, please. Can't you think of taking a day off? Your help would mean a lot to me. It's not like your job needs you right now. Besides, are you really thinking about putting your work before family? Isn't that a bit wrong?
Think about how many times I've asked you to take a break from work for me, or even for those times I wanted us to go on a vacation together.
Eliza, you know that as a man, my work comes first. It's something that might be hard for you to understand.
It's amazing that you think that way. What time do you think we're living in? Sometimes your view can be very strange, you know?
Excuse me? What did you just say? How dare you talk to me like that, Eliza? What's wrong with you, huh?
You're right. I went too far, and I'm sorry for that, Hunter. You know, I don't mean it like that. Anyway, you were asking for my help with your mom to help take care of your dad, right? The news about your dad has me worried too. So, what if I try to take some time off work tomorrow and visit them?
That would be okay. Make sure you look after my mom first. She's totally worn out and needs a lot of support. You do realize how serious this is, right? Consider this an order to be very careful when dealing with my mom. Got it?
Hunter, you know you don't need to give orders. A simple request from you is enough, and I'd be happy to help. But don't worry, I promise to visit and check on her soon, okay?
Okay. You'd better do that ASAP.
Hunter, are you free right now? I wanted to talk to you, just a casual chat to follow up on what we discussed the other day. It's about your dad. I've been thinking about what you said about him being distant and unfocused, like he's losing his mind. Are you sure that's what's going on?
Eliza, what are you trying to say? Have you been talking to my mom? What has she been saying about my dad? You know you can't trust everything she says.
Oh, no, sorry for the mix-up. This has nothing to do with your mom. It was just something that came to my mind today, and I wanted to ask you about it.
But aren't you supposed to be helping my mom right now? If you're not going to be useful, I'd appreciate it if you could at least not bother her.
Hunter, I have to ask, does your mom know anything about caregiving? From what I've seen, it doesn't look like she's ready for this role.
Excuse me? What are you getting at? Could you please stick to one topic at a time? Are you suggesting that there's something wrong with how my mom is looking after my dad?
What I'm trying to say is that I think your mom might be treating your dad badly, Hunter. To be honest, she seems to be very mean to him.
You must be kidding. How dare you talk about my mom like that? She's the best wife, I could say. I don't believe that my mom would ever mistreat my dad. What are you trying to say?
It's just that she's been with your dad all day, but instead of caring for him, all she does is badmouth him. She's been saying how she can't wait for him to die so she can get his stuff. Anyway, I wanted to check in and make sure that your dad is actually doing okay.
My mom talked to him about his will? That's pretty funny. Though I guess I can't blame her for wanting to secure her interests, especially if she's basically babysitting someone who's become as dependent as he has.
Hunter, that's a horrible thing to say about anyone, let alone your own dad. Even if you meant it as a joke, I don't find it funny at all.
Who said anything about a joke? Well, I agree with my mom on this. It would make things easier if he died sooner rather than later.
What on earth are you talking about, Hunter? Did you lose your mind? How can you talk so coldly about your own dad, Hunter? That's really awful.
Well, even if it is awful, I'm not the only one who feels this way. It seems my mom might be more eager for his death than I am. It's quite funny that she basically told him to hurry up and leave this world.
Enough already. Hunter, please, can we stop this conversation now? I'm uncomfortable with where it's going, and I don't think it's appropriate for us to keep talking like this.
Oh, come on, Eliza. You can be such a buzzkill sometimes. Anyway, I wanted to tell you that I've managed to get a lot of time off this summer.
Really? So you're actually planning to take a vacation this year?
Exactly. But this means that you'll be the one in charge of taking care of my dad. Have fun spending your summer looking after someone who just lies in bed all day. I'm sure my summer will be much more fun than yours.
Hunter, what the hell are you saying? Why would I be responsible for taking care of your dad? Could you explain what you mean?
Okay, listen carefully. I'm telling you to take care of my dad during that time. It's pretty simple. You'll be the only one who can do it, you know? Besides, we're planning a trip, and since you'll still be here...
Wait a minute. We? Who exactly does we mean? Who else is in on this plan?
Haha, who else but my mom? We're looking forward to a great summer vacation together.
Wait a second, Hunter. Are you saying that both you and your mom are going to leave your dad in this current state? And not only that, but you expect me to take care of him while you're both gone? Where exactly are you going to vacation?
We're going to Tahiti. It's going to be an amazing experience. Totally awesome. Especially without a useless wife and dad.
Let me get this right. You're planning a trip to Tahiti with your mom this summer?
Yeah, it's just me and my mom, relaxing on the beach, enjoying the ocean breeze. It's going to be a wonderful time, a once-in-a-lifetime adventure. Just imagine the warm sand under our feet, the sound of the waves, and the pure happiness of having no worries. It's going to be so much fun, don't you think?
Hunter, I think you're avoiding my concern. It's not about whether you'll have fun or not. My question is more about responsibility and family duty. Don't you worry about your dad's health? How can you plan to go on a vacation when he's in such a bad state? It seems so careless and thoughtless. What on earth are you and your mom thinking?
But you see, Eliza, we're not leaving him alone. He'll have you to look after him, to make sure everything is okay. While you're doing that, my mom and I will be having a great time, living it up halfway around the world. So, I guess you could say, have fun with that, Eliza. It's an opportunity for you to bond with him, right?
Have fun with that? Hunter, how can you be so mean, huh? You're putting this huge burden on me without thinking. It's cruel. Do you know that? And what about your mom? She really agreed with your idea? Is she really okay with leaving her husband like this, just to fly off to some exotic place?
Come on. Do you think my mom wants to be stuck as a caretaker? No way. She doesn't want to be held back by such things. We both believe in making the most out of our lives. And the best part, since my dad can't say no, we're going to pay for this whole trip with his money. Isn't that amazing? A totally free vacation to the awesome islands of Tahiti. It's going to be incredible. Oh my god, I can't wait.
Hunter, listen to me. You're going to regret this choice. I can promise you that. It's wrong to treat your dad like this. It's not fair to dump the responsibility of his care on me. It's not my job. Plus, you're talking about using his money for your own fun as if it's some kind of joke. Don't you realize that actions like these don't go unnoticed or unpunished, right?
Your complaints don't matter, Eliza. Why should my mom and I have to take care of him just because he couldn't take care of himself? That's why you'll be stepping in to do that. It's not our job to be tied down by his needs.
I can't believe that you and your mom are really going through with this crazy plan. It's more than irresponsible. Do you realize it? It's one of the worst ideas I've ever heard.
Your opinion on this is irrelevant, Eliza. Let's make one thing clear. You are my wife. And that means you have some responsibilities, including following my orders. When I tell you to do something, I expect you to do it without asking or needing more explanation. You will take care of my dad. End of story. Do you understand? Meanwhile, my mom and I will be having a blast, making unforgettable memories. And there's nothing you can do to stop that.
Fine, Hunter. But remember, I won't be here to comfort you when the consequences of your actions come back to bite you. You'll have to face the music on your own.
I'm so scared. You think your words can make me scared? Then you underestimate me too much. Oh, Eliza, Tahiti is like a dream come true. It's like entering a painting where everything is gorgeous and amazing. This trip, it's been awesome. The best thing ever. And to think, I owe this moment of joy to my smart decision to have you stay with my dad. I'm so happy. I feel like I'm soaring with the birds. Earlier, as I went into the clear water, I felt free and thrilled. It was perfect, Eliza. Totally perfect.
Just so you know, Hunter, the time for my revenge has come. The payback starts now.
Wait, what are you saying? Revenge? What do you mean by that, Eliza? You're still angry because I didn't bring you with us, right? What's this about payback?
You're wrong. This isn't Eliza, the person you called the useless wife. It's me, Quentin, your dad.
Dad? Is that really you? I don't understand what's going on. What's happening? And why are you using Eliza's phone to talk to me? I'm totally lost. This has to be some kind of joke, right? My dad? The man who's been ill for so long, sending me messages. It's unbelievable. He's been losing his memory for ages. There's no way he could be doing this. Eliza, you must be behind this prank. It's a good one. You almost got me. But you better have a good explanation for this.
Hunter, I swear to you, this is no prank. I'm talking to you for real. It's your dad, Quentin, on the other side of this conversation.
What are you trying to say? This doesn't make any sense. I thought it was Eliza playing a trick on me.
No, Hunter, this is Elisa now. The person who was messaging you before was your dad.
Wait a second, let's sort this out. Are you saying that my dad, who's been in bed and almost gone, has been texting me from your phone? Do you really expect me to believe such a crazy story?
Hunter, I wish this were a joke, but it's not. And it hurts me to have to tell you this, especially while you and your mom are having such a great trip. But the truth is, your dad has been hiding something from you.
A secret? From my dad? What are you talking about, Eliza? What kind of secret, huh? And why should I trust anything you say now?
What I'm about to tell you is something I don't think you know. Your dad has been watching you and your mom closely because he thought that the two of you only cared about the money he would leave behind.
Wait, what are you implying? Is this some kind of joke? Are you saying that my dad has been spying on my mom and me like we were part of some experiment?
The details aren't important right now. What you need to understand is that your dad is calling his lawyer right now to change his will. He plans to leave everything that was for you and your mom to me instead.
You can't be serious. This has to be some kind of sick joke, right?
I'm sorry, Hunter, but it's no joke. This is about your dad's last will and testament. If you have a problem with this decision, you'll have to talk to him yourself, but I doubt it will make a difference.
Ugh, this is unbelievable. There's no way my dad would do such a thing. Just stop here. Eliza, whatever game you're playing, I want it to stop right now. This isn't funny at all.
Hunter, I promise you, this is no game. I'm just telling you the truth. And the truth is that your dad was only pretending to be senile. I could tell from the moment I came to take care of him that his condition wasn't as bad as you thought.
So you're telling me he's been faking it all this time? And I had no clue.
If anyone is showing signs of senility, it might be you, Hunter.
Then you're saying you knew all along that my dad wasn't really senile, and you never bothered to tell me? What kind of partner are you? As my wife, you're supposed to share such important information with me.
Oh, Hunter, I'm so sorry, but it looks like you don't care much about your dad. I really thought you could see the changes in him and love him for who he is. But maybe I was wrong, and that hurts more than anything.
This isn't something we can just forget, Eliza. We're talking about real money. A lot of money that could change our lives. And yet, you don't seem to get how important this is. It's not just about being a good wife. It's about being a partner. Someone I can count on. And right now, you're letting me down big time.
Maybe the answer is obvious. Maybe I should just get out of this mess. Stop being your wife. Stop being the person you blame for everything. Because, Hunter, I can't stay with someone who has no morals. Someone who sees his dad not as a parent to love, but as a bank to rob.
Stop being my wife? Just like that, you'd break the bond we have. Throw away the vows we made. I don't get your logic here. How can you say such a thing over a fight? It's like you're looking for an easy way out of a problem that needs us to stick together.
Divorce, Hunter, that's what I'm saying. A total end to our marriage. Because I can't stand to be with a man who makes me sick. A man who would use his dad's weakness instead of helping him. It's not just a fight. It's a huge difference in who we are.
Wait, hold on, Eliza. What the hell are you talking about, huh? Divorce? You're serious about this? You want to ruin our life together because of this? I'm speechless, Eliza. I can't believe you'd go this far. Isn't this too much? Aren't we supposed to work on our problems, not just give up when things get hard?
Too much? If anything, my reaction has been too late. You planned a vacation paid by lies. A trip bought with the price of betrayal. And now you act surprised as the results of your actions show up? Yes, I'm divorcing you, and your dad is cutting off your mom. Neither of you will get any of his money. This is what you get, and now you have to deal with it.
But how can you do this? You have no right to destroy our lives, to take away what we deserve.
Hunter, I'm not the one who messed up your lives. Your dad is the one in charge, and he should be. He saw through your act and realized that you and your mom only cared about his money. He knew what you really wanted, that you wished he was gone. And so he waited patiently to see how far you would go.
This is not fair. Don't you see that we're the victims here? We were fooled by my dad's trick, made to think he was something he's not. You should be on our side, not against us.
Don't make me laugh. Victims? Really? You dare to call yourselves victims when you did this to yourselves? You're trying to blame your dad, a man who was scared of his own family. He trusted me, told me he was glad you were leaving, knowing it meant his plan worked. He beat you, and in doing so, made sure I would be there for him, someone he could trust.
You want me to believe that my dad told you all that? That he was afraid in his own home?
Yes, Hunter, he did. And it's a sad thought, isn't it? To live in fear of the ones you love. It's a nightmare that he lived every day, and it's you and your mom who made it happen. How do you live with that guilt? How do you justify causing such fear in your own dad's heart?
But it's not my fault. I was just following my mom's lead, believing her when she said he was losing it.
And yet, you ignored any signs that might show otherwise. You chose to be blind instead of seeing the truth, and in doing so, you failed your dad.
I was too busy, too wrapped up in my own life to see the truth. I wasn't there enough to notice the signs, to realize his condition wasn't what it seemed.
Excuses, Hunter. Nothing but excuses. It's clear now that there's nothing more to say. Shall we go ahead with the divorce and end this chapter of our lives?
You're still set on this divorce? After all we've been through, you'd end it just like that.
We have the divorce papers, remember? The ones we signed as a backup, kept for a rainy day. It seems the rain has finally come.
You've kept those papers all this time? I threw mine away, thinking they'd never be used.
I kept mine, a quiet protector against possible pain. And now, after what happened, I'm glad I did.
So you're going to leave me now because of how I treated my dad? Is that it? That's ridiculous.
It's not just your dad, Hunter. It's the way you were treating me. You were always talking down to me and treating me like an idiot. Well, I do not need to take that from you any longer. You treated me just like you treated your dad and either ignored or didn't care about how we might be feeling now. Goodbye forever. Hunter ended up having no choice but to go along with the divorce, just like his mom did with his dad. The funny thing was that they couldn't stop the divorces because they were away, enjoying a trip paid for with stolen money. By the time they came back, it was too late to do anything. To make things worse, Hunter's dad and I had packed up all their stuff, leaving them with no place to go. Hunter and his mom had to move into a tiny apartment, nothing like their old comfortable life. They had almost no money left because they had to pay back the funds they used for their fancy vacation. With no inheritance to look forward to, they had to start from scratch, trying to rebuild their lives. I think this was a fair punishment for their betrayal of family trust. Even though things are hard, Hunter's dad and I are still close, but his health is getting worse. I've been taking care of him, something we both agreed to do when we cut off our spouses from our lives, choosing honesty over greed.